Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. We are Group 2 members from Forensic Science class are going to do a short review about a famous serial killer named Ted Bundy. Have you heard about that?
My name is Ted Bundy. I've never spoken to anybody about this. I am looking for an opportunity to tell the story as best I can.
A person of this type chooses his victim for a reason. Possession, control, violence.
Ted Bundy's real name is Theodore Robert Bundy. Was born on 24 November 1946 in Burlington. He has several nicknames during committing his crime, but the most famous name is Ted Bundy. Some of his crimes including kidnapping, raping, and murdering more than 30 young women and girls during 1970s and possibly earlier. Some people believe that his murder habit stems from his traumatic childhood, but some people believe that it is from his relationship problem with his girlfriend, Liz Kendall. This is due to the fact that most of his victims resemble his girlfriend in some way. He used his good looks and charm to attract his victims, and then he will pretend to have the physical disabilities to gain sympathy from his victims. Then he will knock them out before transporting them to the other places to rape and murder them. He was a smart criminal. He has some knowledge that make police very hard to detect and arrest him for extended period. One of the earlier cases of Ted Bundy crime was originated in Washington, Oregon in 1974. This is his first attempt to kill a girl in her dorm, but luckily she was survived but with disabilities. Then throughout the same year, he continued to commit the murder and sexual harassment every month. Some of his victims' name was Linda Ann Haley, Donna Gail Manson, Susan Elaine Raincourt, Roberta Parks, and many more. He continued to kill up until 1975 with a total of 6 victims. Then in 1976, police finally arrested him and bring him to the court for trial. However, during this time it is very hard to prove his crime. Then he made repeated effort to escape from the jail from 1976 to 1978 and killed along the way. Finally, on January 24, 1989, he was executed on electric chair. Just before he passed away, he admitted some of his crimes that he denied before. There are some claims saying that Ted Bundy victimized more than 30 young women and girls. However, no one can give an exact number of his victims.
The first of Bundy's victims are believed to be 18 years old Karen Sparks. She was a student that was attacked in her sleep. Bundy achieved this by sneaking into her basement bedroom and proceed to beat her with a metal rod from her bed frame. The records of the victim contribute the evidence for the police, and she was one of the lucky ones that survived Bundy's harsh attacks. She spent 10 days in coma and suffered from permanent brain damage. Karen Sparks woke up with no memory of the brutal beating. Later, Linda Ann Healy was the first victim who died from Ted Bundy. Police found blood on Healy's bedsheet and pillow. However, it is not enough to indicate that she had bled to death, and no indication of where she could have gone. Since she was a popular student, her colleagues found her disappearance extremely suspicious. 3 days after her abduction, a male voice called 911 and said, "Listen, and listen carefully. A person who attacked that girl on the 8th of last month and the person who took Linda Healy away is one of the same. He was outside both houses. He was seen." Police never got the caller's name. 40 months after her disappearance, her skull and jawbones were found. After 23 documented murders, Ted Bundy killed one for the last time. Bundy broke his murder pattern in which he would engage in sexual intercourse after he murdered the victim. Murdering 12-year-old Kimberly Leach, Bundy kidnapped Leach around school, and police found no evidence of Leach anywhere. 2 months later, her body was found 35 miles away in the Syazwani River. She had been assaulted and murdered and then placed in a little shed in a wooded area. However, no sexual conduct was performed by Ted Bundy. Bundy was found guilty of murder due to the evidence from eyewitness, hair, clothing, fiber, blood evidence, and lastly, the bite mark. Conclusion, Ted Bundy is considered an epitome of psychopath among scholars. His charm, handsomeness, and large ego allowed him to deter the attention of others from his negative qualities. Forensic help solve crimes and put away the right person. Without it, we will have more unsolved crimes and more innocent people behind bars.